Do, 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 do. Aha. Okay, I'm talking to see if I can hear what is going on.
Okay.
Okay, sounds like I can, but I am going to do that thing where I adjust the microphone. Come on.
Okay.
Settings.
Okay.
Man, we are never. Yeah, I think I will tell the tale of Raper Fish.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good story. All right. Ah, sound. All right, speakers. All right, I have adjusted the sound of the mic, the input of the microphone. Let's see if that helps a bit. All right. Looks like that is a yes.
Okay.
Do 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 do. I'm fucking it.
That's the thing to do.
I appreciate this tweet I saw. What I missed from saying you guys sold out the Big Pringle.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Okay. There we go. It's Yomarz.
Oh, there's someone. Oh, hi, Yomarz.
Hey. All right. Welcome, Fright Nights and Monster Girls, to the Count Jackula stream. The stream that happens sometime every Saturday, it seems, for the most part. I'm Count Jackula. My co-host is...
I'm the horror guru.
And our guest today is Yomarz, who does a show called Yomarz Reviews. Oh, just Yomarz? Just y'all should be watching it. He's one of the another one of the new Channel Awesome pickups that happened about the same time me and Guru got picked up. It's a really good.
More like a year ago.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Now we're just Channel Awesome guys. It's kind of odd. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, if you should definitely check out Yomarz's show. It's all about very obscure strange video games. One of my favorite episodes probably being Pyongyang Racer. Oh God. Oh no, that one was amazing. The first video of yours I saw actually was the Burger King Kids Club games. That it was a really good one. It was really good. Like, it had the perfect opening, just you like walking down the street and all of a sudden that push in with that camera and you're like, I'm hungry as shit. Yeah. Yep. We do that for art, man. We do that for art. Yeah. However, I do need to bring up a slightly serious topic. We're not going to be dealing with this like the entire stream, obviously, but some people know, so I might as well address it. It is the anniversary of one of our the falling of one of our comrades, that being Justin Carmichael. So I'll be getting a little drunk, but I'm not gonna be getting like super sloppy, I hope. Anyway, I had promised the stream before we had started in earnest that I would tell the story of the Raper Fish. So we're gonna Twitter. Gonna tell the tale of Raper Fish.
Jack?
Yeah?
Apparently the stream can only hear you.
The stream can only hear me? Oh, shit. Okay, hang on a minute. You gotta fix that. Burn. Oh, okay. How about now?
Let's find out.
Hello.
All right, can you hear all of us talking? At burn. All right. Oh, okay. How about now?
Let's find out. There we go. We can hear people now.
Okay, that was my fault. I had accidentally muted all microphones but my own.
Perfect.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I
That
have
was
the
gonna
power.
I'm so glad we caught that soon.
Yeah, probably better to do that right now rather than later. So, yeah. All right, so the tale of Raperfish. In order to tell the tale of Raperfish, we have to first tell you a little bit about an event that used to happen in Sacramento. It still does in some capacity or another. It used to happen at the Crest Theater, downtown Sacramento, and it was called the Trash Film Orgy. And it was run by Darren Wood, his partner Christine, and had a lot of the Sacramento horror and theater crowd that went to the show. The Trash Film Orgy was basically filling the Crest Theater, which is a nice, beautiful, old movie theater, with 300 to 400 freaks to watch a really shitty movie. This is the type of event that you go there, and as soon as the house lights go down, the smell of pot smoke goes up. And it is not uncommon, nay, extremely likely, that you'll be sitting in your chair and the guy next to you will, like, elbow you and just pass you a fucking spliff. Like, the first time that happened to me, I was like, well, I gotta. He's giving it to me.
How can you refuse? You know?
Yeah, we were watching heavy metal that time, too, so it was like, oh, fuck, yeah. Fucking gonna get stoned and watch heavy metal.
Smoke up, Johnny.
Yeah. Woo! So before they do the show, before they show the movie, they have a floor show. It always starts out the same way. They roll out this big tiki head, who is the god of trash film, Tiki Taki. And it lights up when the guy does the voice, and he always starts out, he's like, "Hello, it is I, Tiki Taki, the god of the Trash Film Orgy, and tonight our film is Humanoids from the Deep." You know, and this story is of the showing of Humanoids of the Deep. Humanoids of the Deep, for those who don't know, is a 70s remake, kind of Creature from the Black Lagoon if it was a Jaws ripoff on land. And the whole plot revolves around, oh my god, chemicals have gotten into the bay, and now the fish have turned humanoid, and now they must mate with human women. They gotta.
Well, I mean, who doesn't want to mate with human women?
No.
You know? I mean,
Apparently Martians do, so...
I guess Martians and gay guys, that's about it. There you go.
Yeah.
It's a very small club.
Yeah, so...
It's a very cool club, though. I mean, who doesn't want to hang out with gay Martians? I'm just saying.
Vegas in space, anybody? Anyway, so before the movie starts, I always do this floor show, and he's like, today it is Humanoids from the Deep. But before that, we have the Trash Film Players. And they've got a song they want to sing to you. And this guy with a guitar gets out on stage. Now, they always do this show. It's always different. But it's usually the same rough group of people. It's like a fat dude. And he sits down. He picks out his guitar. And he starts playing this song. And it's like a hard rock song. But the lyrics are basically, you know... they're coming from the bay looking for some dish. No, they don't want food. They're the raper fish. And as he's obviously making this, he obviously wrote the song like that day. But he just keeps going until down the aisle, somebody in a giant fish monster costume that they had repurposed from the film that they had made, Planet of the Vampire Women, walks down the aisle. And they've got, like, go-go girls dancing on the stage, and the raper fish just, like, runs in. And they just start doing it. They just start simulating sex on stage. And
As you do.
As you do. And they gave the raper fish a penis made out of a super soaker. And the minute everyone sees this, everyone's like, oh, it's gonna be one of those. And sure enough, by the end of the number, the super soaker is put to use.
Oh, no.
All the while...
hold on, Jack. I'm pretty sure you mean Super Stroker. I'm just saying.
Ba-dum-psh.
So, yeah, the only problem is that Super Soaker does not have a lot of pressure, and so it could really only get the people in the front row.
I'm pretty sure the guy stroking up on stage is feeling a whole lot of pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, and I talked to Darren, the head of it, afterwards, and he said that was his big regret. It's like, my only regret with that floor show is that we could only get the front row. I wish that we could have gotten all the way to the balcony, because that would have set the house on fire.
Literally?
Well, I mean, you could fill it with gasoline. That might do it.
Yep.
Especially if people are smoking in the fucking audience.
Yeah.
Giant napalm dick.
Jesus Christ. Now, the thing about Humanoids from the Deep is it's definitely one of those movies where they, like, talk forever and nothing happens until the last reel. It's like super 70s that way. It looks a lot like Orca the Killer Whale, but here's the thing, is it's not Orca the Killer Whale. If anyone in the chat has seen Orca the Killer Whale, the beauty, the majesty of Orca the Killer Whale, say so in the chat, because that movie is not to be missed. It is basically Moby Dick in reverse by way of Jaws.
I want to see that movie really bad.
You gotta see it. You gotta see it. It is Dino De Laurentiis at their most insane.
That movie is the one thing I took away the most from watching Blackfish. I don't know if you ever saw that, but they showed a clip for like 2 seconds. I don't know. I was just like, holy shit, what is this movie? I need this.
Yeah, that's it. Orca Killer Whale. The whale cries.
I mean, you know, SeaWorld, blah, blah, blah. cruelty to animals, but I mean, Orca the killer whale.
Orca the killer
That's
whale.
where it's at.
Oh man, speaking of cruelty to animals in SeaWorld, like one of their porpoises like just died in the tank. And
Oh, no.
the photos, the thing is the photos of that porpoise dead in the tank is hilarious because it looks like it's that same thing with a dead goldfish. You just like, oh, dead porpoise, and they show you a picture of it because you're like, that's horrible, but it's just like the porpoise like bloop, and you're like, that is unintentionally hilarious.
I can't find it.
Yeah, and it's so like I'm looking at that picture, reading the story, and I'm like, oh, SeaWorld, you're just the worst.
I mean, eventually that movie Blackfish just turned into a comedy where it's like, what else could go wrong?
Oh my god. Yeah, like, what else could go wrong? It's not like they're just gonna start eating people.
Oh, this person died. This person got mauled by a whale. No, they didn't. It was their fault, not the whale's fault.
Yeah, you
don't
just sort
sue
of
us.
like you stuck you stuck a human being in a tank with a predator. Like how?
Yeah, what'd you think was gonna happen?
Like this was gonna happen eventually if you kept doing it over multiple decades.
Yeah, really.
You know? I'll give you this. I'll give you this. Like I'm shocked it didn't happen more often.
It makes me think, like, how many people died in Jurassic Park between the first one and
It would have
Jurassic
to be
World?
hundreds.
Yeah, just like,
Hundreds of people would have had to have been killed.
they have one of those big signs that's like 0 days since last workplace incident.
That's how the movie should have opened.
Somebody just takes
That's
down
how the
number.
original movie opened.
Yeah. They should have
Yeah.
just done that again.
Yeah, really.
I hope that guy's family got like workman's comp or something out of that.
Well, what I mean is that they literally should have had the board that changed after workplace incident.
They just
Oh,
erased
like
the
Super
number.
8?
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah,
Super 8.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's Super 8. It's like super depressing. But
Yeah.
like I feel in a Jurassic Park movie that would have been the way to go.
That would have been pretty funny.
Yeah. I still haven't actually seen Jurassic World, although I'm told
No?
it's the best of the sequels.
Yeah, I mean that's not really saying that much, but
No.
yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was
Yeah.
a cool, just
Considering
campy
that-
action movie.
Considering before Jurassic World, Jurassic Park 2 was the best of the sequels.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Speaking of which, if all of you out there have not seen Yomarz's video on the Jurassic Park
Oh
game,
my god.
that video is one of my favorite Yomarz videos.
Thanks, guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I never finished it. I probably should at some point. I didn't want to be making the same videos for like 4 months straight.
Well, I can't blame you because when you really get down to it, that game suffers from the problem of, hi, let's tell you the story of Jurassic Park that wasn't good enough to actually be a movie.
Yeah, really.
You know,
I mean, it's neat that they tried that, but it's like, it's a story about a shaving cream can.
yeah.
All that was a plot device in the first one to make it so that the dinosaurs got loose. And so that's not a good enough MacGuffin.
No, it really isn't. Like, they really should have done with... They learned after that one, though, because after that one's when they did The Walking Dead, where they were just like, oh no, same universe, completely different story.
Yeah.
Because we can write a story that we can actually have control over and actually do shit
really.
with. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, The Walking Dead's great. I never
Yeah.
beat season 2, but
Oh my god.
I'm
That thing is,
sorry.
like, how to put it, like, the first one is, you know, like a kind of an amazingly emotionally turbulent zombie movie. Like, the primary inspiration for the second one is The Road. It's super, super depressing. And oh my god, like, I've heard people go like, I can't get past the first chapter. I'm like, oh, you couldn't get past the point where the little girl is thrown into the barn and forced to sew up her own wounds.
oh yeah, that was pretty fucked up.
Oh man, the ending is, oh my god, here's the thing, the second season is actually better than the first, But therein lies the problem, because that second one is just an amazing horror story. Like, all the way up to the end, it's an amazing survival horror story. And the line at the end that got me, where I was like, oh man, this is it. That's the line that defines the whole story. Is Clementine crying, holding a gun, going, "Why did you make me do it?" And you're just like, oh shit. Holy crap. You know, poor little girl, poor young girl loses her innocence. That's the second season. Dark and harsh.
I mean, that ending for the first season really got me.
Oh man, yeah.
She has to pull the trigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Sorry. If you haven't played The Walking Dead season 1.
Yeah.
How dare you spoil it for all of the people who haven't played that game yet?
That game came out in like 1995.
Yeah, I think the statute of limitations have long since passed.
Yeah. It's been a few years. The other one that they did that I really liked was Wolf Among Us.
Oh yeah, that's another one I didn't beat. I played the first part.
Man, that one's a lot more fun. Like, motherfuckers don't die as often, but they do. But everything leads up to the moment where he just flat out turns into the big bad wolf. And that moment is awesome, because they've been telling you this whole time, his mother had, sex with the North Wind, and so he is the bastard child of the North Wind and this giant wolf. And it's his big, like, chip on his shoulder, because everyone's like, your mother's a whore, And he's like, hey, my mother did the best she could, okay? You don't fucking talk about my mom. And when he turns into the big bad wolf, they bring it up again, and you realize it's the setup for what happens at the end, because that is why when he huffs and puffs, the house blows down. Because he's the son of the North Wind.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that moment, because he's just getting more and more pissed off, like, killing these dudes. And finally he has to fight someone that is mythically powerful. And then the game is just like, huff. And you're like, oh. So you're hitting the button. Nice. He's like, now puff. Now blow the house down. And you're like, yes!
I remember I was really surprised with how easily I warmed up to the setting. Because at first I heard about it, and I was like, weird detective, realistic fairy tale nonsense. And I was like, that sounds fucking stupid. But then I played it, and I was like, this is actually really neat. And I also really dug the art style.
Yeah,
it all seemed to it meshed together well.
Yeah, well, they were, what they did was they took that basic idea behind the Fable comic, and it was like they had. It's really obvious that whole game was centered around one turn of phrase, which is like, forget about it, Big B. It's Fable Town, because that whole movie is basically a riff on Chinatown. Chinatown crossed with 7 of all damn things.
It's all about the water bowl.
Yeah.
And when you put it like that, it makes it seem a lot more interesting.
Yeah. Well, when you get through it, like, you're just like, oh, I get it. I get where this is going.
Someone in the chat wants to know when Telltale Games is going to do a Cannibal Holocaust game.
Dude, considering what happened in Walking Dead Season 1, Chapter 2, I think they already did that. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Dude, I love that whole scene in the house. That whole scene in the evil farmhouse is so good.
Oh, right, at the dinner table, and then...
Yeah. The funny thing is like, I was playing that, and I don't know why, but I was like, you guys just watched Storm Warnings, didn't you? Like, especially the way it looked, that whole chapter looks at the end. Reminded me a lot of the ending of Storm Warnings. It's not the same plot, but
There's only one storm warning in storm warning, just for the record.
Yeah.
Not plural.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I'm just being a nerd.
Man, now I kind of want them, but I kind of want them to now do like a Walking Dead that's now an homage to Rogue, or like fucking Wolf Creek.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. Combine them.
Yeah.
Wolf Creek and Rogue.
Yeah. Zombie Crocky.
No, it'd be even better if the Mick Taylor type like actually rides like a giant alligator.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Or giant crocodile. Excuse me.
Yeah, well, if you got Mick Taylor to actually do that, it would be legitimately terrifying as it is stupid, which is probably what you want.
There you go. Speaking of which, I gotta get you to watch Wolf Creek 2. That movie's fun.
Yeah, I haven't. Oops, sorry. I haven't seen. Yeah, still haven't seen Wolf Creek 2. Yeah. Although we did just start watching Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Hell yeah!
Oh, how's that?
Ho ho ho!
So far, so great.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Yeah, because the whole time I'm worried. I'm like, are they going to be able to capture that magic? Oh yeah, they did. It helps that it was FX. Spike TV.
Stars.
Oh jeez, yeah.
Spike TV.
Spike TV. I don't know.
Spike TV did the Blade show, I guess.
That was not
with
good.
sticky fingers as Blade.
That wasn't very good.
No, it really wasn't.
Who was it that did the Crow television show? Was that USA?
I think that was the Sci-Fi Channel, but I might be off on that.
Oh, jeez, that was. The funny thing is the guy who played Eric Draven was actually really good, and the guy who played the Voodoo Witch Doctor guy that they wrote for the show was also good. It's just everything else sucked. Oh, Crow TV show. No.
I recently watched The Crow for the first time. And yeah, I wasn't a huge fan.
What?
Sorry.
What? Love that movie.
I don't know, man.
Talk about the original one, right?
Yeah, the original one with Brandon Lee.
Oh man, I love that movie. To me, that movie is great.
I don't know. It was a bit too much edge in the wrong places.
Oh no! Fucking strap dude to car going over the pier and put a grenade in his crotch. Fucking metal, dude. Fucking metal.
I don't know. I just when he was playing guitar in the rain on a rooftop, I was just kind of groaning.
Oh man, no, I love that scene.
How dare you, sir?
I'm sorry.
Miss your girlfriend so much you gotta play hard rock on top of a rooftop and fucking smash the amp with your fucking guitar because that is pain.
Yes.
I love The Crow. Now you want to tell me that thing is cheesy and dated? Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will cop to that. Oh,
I can't seem to find if the Crow TV show aired someplace else first, but it is mentioned that it was aired extensively on the Sci-Fi Channel in the 90s.
Yomarz,
Okay.
there's no such thing as too much edge in any place when you're talking to Jack and Josh. I guess that's right. Yeah.
No.
It's very true.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
it's-
I like cheesy edge. I just watched the Blade movies again, and Blade 2. Holy shit, I love that movie so much. Oh, it's so fucking good.
Oh man. Well, I loved the original. The moment I fell in love with the original Blade movie was when they're doing that gangster rap drive-by to fucking stop fucking time stopped vampires, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I love this movie.
It was good.
Yeah, Blade Trinity though.
Blade Trinity is bad. It's bad.
It's bad.
Funny
Don't
bad.
watch.
I've actually never seen Blade.
The only thing it has going for it is Ryan Reynolds as Hannibal King.
Yeah.
But I recommend just skipping it and seeing the new Deadpool movie coming out.
Yeah. It's also got like Patton Oswalt in it, which is okay. The problem is that he's got nothing to do. Yeah. It's like
It's also got Triple H.
Oh man.
oh Triple H.
I'm sold.
Oh, Triple H, like it. No, And no matter how many times he wins, he loses. It's kind of amazing. Oh, Triple H. Everybody hates you.
Hey, do not diss Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He's awesome in that it's awesome to watch him get his ass kicked.
It is. It is. Like, nothing... Watching him get his ass kicked is infinitely more satisfying than watching $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase get his ass kicked. And he was the crowning king of that type character for the longest time. Yeah, just that fucking arrogant rich dude you just want to fucking watch the shit get beat out of.
So you got to give Hunter Hearst Helmsley this. He had an awesome theme song thanks to Motorhead.
He did. He did.
Time to play the game. Yeah, every time he came out, you half expect Jigsaw to show up.
Yeah, pretty much. Did they ever? They should have actually have done that at some point.
Put Triple H in Saw.
That's an even better idea. I was actually thinking they should have like a midget dressed up as fucking the Jigsaw fucking Billy doll and just come out on a tricycle.
I think I can't remember if it was WWE or WCW, but one of them had Chucky on at one point.
I'm pretty sure that was WWE had Chucky.
Yeah.
They also had RoboCop at one point. That was odd. That was like the late 90s when they would just do anything. Oh, WWE. It was never the same after The Rock left.
He still comes back occasionally.
Occasionally he does, but like that whole era, that whole Attitude Era kind of left with him when he left that first time.
Well, the Attitude Era kind of died when they decided to be way more PG or after a while, as opposed to the R-rated Attitude Era.
Well, we all know why that happened, you know, which was fucking, oh god, now I'm spacing on his name. Dubois? Fuck.
Who are you thinking of?
Fucking the dude who killed his family.
Oh, yeah, but it had gone PG way before he showed up. In fact, he kind of like came into being right as it was becoming PG. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get the
Benoit.
Benoit, yeah. Well, then, all right, yeah, because I get the eras mixed up because, I tended to follow specific guys, so I would only really watch when they returned, and so, yeah, I would get shit mixed up all the time.
Yeah, it makes sense. It happens.
Yeah. I mean, I was glad that you would explain to me that during the PG era was when The Undertaker became a biker.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering what the fuck was going on.
He became a biker for a while, and he had Limp Bizkit as his theme song, and let's just not talk about that era.
That was so awful.
Keep rolling.
I still remember that period of time when they just all of us with The Undertaker where all of a sudden he just had magical powers. Whereas before he was just like a guy who was really into horror imagery and he'd like just come out of a coffin and fucking wreck a dude. And that was awesome. But at some point they decided he had magic powers. And I had come back from a long hiatus in wrestling when I think it was Triple H actually was looking around and everywhere he looked was a mirror with The Undertaker in it. And I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of cool. But then they started talking like it was like a legit magic spell he was casting. And I'm like, what? And then Papa Shango came on and I'm like, hey, Papa Shango, I remember that guy. Hey, he's got a shtick back. Awesome. And then he also had magic zombie powers. And I was like, wait, are you... What? Okay, I guess we're pretending like this is real now.
I also didn't like it when they removed Kane's mask and it just made him a generic crazy person as opposed to like a slasher killer.
Yeah.
Which ironic because when he did become a slasher killer for really reals, he didn't wear the mask.
Hello. It was weird because, like, he was already kind of mankind light.
Welcome, Kaluna.
Yo.
Hey, Heather.
Yomarz!
Oh my God, it's me.
I didn't know you were here. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm snowed in like you.
Yeah.
There's so much snow.
I can't see the light. Well, I mean, it's dark out, but so that would do it.
Apparently reading the chat, apparently the guy who directed The Witch is doing a remake of Nosferatu. I don't know if you could beat that, fucking Werner Herzog remake of Nosferatu.
I love that remake. It's a good one.
It's really good.
Wait, what movie?
I love the stories of just unleashing an entire fucking plague of rats on a town just for one shot. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Werner Herzog, you are so crazy. I just love that man.
Oh, absolutely. That man
Oh.
loves film more than any of us could possibly dream to, due to the lengths he goes to. Like, it's just amazing.
It's like, I will make a movie. It will be about Fitzgeraldo and how he had a group of men. They ship a steamboat over a mountain. Oh, how are you going to film that, Werner? We will move a steamboat over the mountain during monsoon season in order to maximize tension and reality. And that's not a joke. My favorite, actually, the funny thing is my favorite bit is not that he hired a group of natives to literally move a boat over a mountain so he could film it. My favorite story is when the boat wrecked. Because the boat actually wrecks while they're filming, and the cinematographer is filming the scene, realizes the boat is sinking for real, and tells everyone, it's like, go, run down the hallway right now, and is like running the camera so that they can get the shot of people running off the boat as the boat is sinking, but it's really happening. It is actually fucking happening. And I'm like, that cinematographer needs to be covered in gold. He needs to be given all the hookers in the world, because that is dedication. That man literally risked his life for cinema just because he realized he would get the perfect shot of the boat sinking if it was actually sinking. By the way, bear in mind the cinematographer is on the boat as it's sinking, and people are like, you've got to get off the boat or you're going to drown. He's like, no, keep going. Like, for real, those are the dudes Werner Herzog has around him.
Mm-hmm. So is there workman's comp on a Werner Herzog movie?
No, there is just carving your name into the destiny of film. And
Plus, I think if your boss
Yes.
drowns, you're not really going to get paid.
That's not about monetary compensation. That is about becoming legend.
there you go.
If you say so.
Because, oh man, no, the tales of his crew, and like, even setting aside the tales of Werner Herzog himself, which are completely crazy, the tales of his crew, the crew is just as insane as he is. They're just as focused and dedicated, and they're super nuts. Like, they've gone over the board so many times for that man, and they're just like, yeah, we'll just do it again. Another great story of Werner Herzog, another one of my favorites, when they're filming Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans, which, a movie, if you haven't seen, you need to. Hour and a half.
Is that the Nick Cage one?
Yes. It
Nice.
has to be
Okay.
watched. It must be watched. It's amazing. Like, that's a movie that almost entered the Gooder list. The problem was, it was also a legitimately great movie. So I didn't feel quite right putting it on the list. But it deserves to be there just for the level of insanity it reaches. So the opening scene is Nicolas Cage getting into water to rescue a prisoner out of a jail cell during Hurricane Katrina. Now, What you don't know is that actually was filmed in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. Werner Herzog had gotten Nicolas Cage and a bunch of other people together, and we're like, okay, I do not know what movie this is a scene for, but we are filming it now. So we will go to New Orleans and we will film it. And in the middle of this, Nicolas Cage is in like floodwater, rescuing this guy, and goes like, Werner, what movie are we making? And he's like, Nicholas, I do not know just yet. Well, then why are we doing this? No permits. Go for another one.
That's an interesting approach.
For real.
Shoot the scenes before you know what you're making.
I just know I want a scene where Nicolas Cage jumps in the water and rescues a guy from a jail cell. Do it. How do we do that? Oh, for real.
So
we'll just do it.
They were actually there right after Hurricane Katrina.
Yup.
Okay.
Well, you want to know something even crazier? During an interview, Werner Herzog is shot, and
I've seen that.
Yeah, and he insists on finishing the interview before going to the hospital because he's like, it is small bullets.
Yeah. He lifts up his shirt and there's just blood trickling down.
Yeah. Yeah. Shot him in the leg.
Or yeah.
He's just like, whatever. That is my health. But this interview, this is cinema. Man, you're just like, how I don't know if I could live that awesomely.
Something to aspire.
So why was somebody shooting at him?
They were standing around in LA and someone was just like, hey, there's Werner Herzog, shoot that guy.
He's Werner Herzog. Bullets just fly to him.
That guy put me on a sinking boat.
Fuck that guy. I can see that.
He's also the guy who used to work with Klaus Kinski and pulled a gun out on him at one point while on the set of a movie, if I'm recalling the story correctly.
I believe that was also Fitzcarraldo, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, and I believe that was also the movie where like the natives like actually offered to kill Klaus Kinski for Herzog.
Yeah. Yeah, because the natives that they had hired, the chief had taken a shine to Werner Herzog, but they all hated Klaus Kinski. And so the guys kept looking at the chief. They're like, now. And the chief's like, don't, no. And eventually Herzog is just like, what was that? And he's like, the men are asking me if you would like to have that man killed. And in Herzog's words, I had to think, but no, the movie is more important.
I had to think.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is all covered in a documentary that Herzog did himself about his intense friendship with Klaus Kinski.
Yeah, My Best Fiend.
So do you think he was just like, I have the power to kill someone right now? I think that was it?
I think that was it. It's like, I could have him killed right now. Okay, I can chill out. Nothing that he does can affect me, for his life hangs on my word.
But nah, the movie's more important.
The movie's more important. That has to be finished first. If I want him dead later, maybe.
He knows who to ask.
Yeah, he has to go to.
Well, Klaus did eventually die, so do.
So they say.
It was a mysterious blow dart that flew through the window.
Yeah, one of the things that was really interesting is that apparently one of the things that always stuck in Werner Herzog's craw about Klaus Kinski was that he was like, Klaus is a great guy, but he's an enormous phony. He always goes to great lengths to make it look like he can just act, but he never wants anyone to see the actual legitimate, intense amounts of practice and rehearsal that the man goes through. And that frustrated Herzog because he was like, he felt like that amount of dedication actually made him more fascinating and more interesting. You know, but he was so egotistical, he couldn't let it be seen like he tried. And so his revenge was telling everybody about that.
I want. Okay, here's how Gilliam can finally get his Munchausen movie made. Give it to Herzog, and it'll come hell or high water.
Oh yeah, yeah. Fuck it. No, cast Herzog as Don Quixote.
There you go.
He will somehow win in the end, and there will be mutant albino crocodiles that appear in the last act. And somehow you'll be like, of course. There was no other way that was going to happen.
Of course.
Oh, man. Oh, man. That ending. God, what was the title of that movie? It was just like global warming movie. It was really weird.
I can't remember, but the one where it's like albino alligators all of a sudden.
Yeah. He goes all the way from the caves of Lascaux and all the way to like future times that don't exist yet in order to tell the story of mankind, his relationship with the planet, because it's like an analogy for global warming. And at the end, like, they're just albino crocodiles, and you're like, of course.
And mind you, this starts off as a straight up documentary about facts.
Yeah. Yeah, he straight up just goes into the caves of Lascaux, shows you around, and shows you everything that's in there, and paints an amazing picture of what it would have been like to see them as, like, you know, a young tribesman, for which he is absolutely convinced that was the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Why these pictures, why in a cave, why at torchlight? The only light it could have possibly have been seen by. And he's like, because it's like a movie. He's like, that's a movie theater. That's not it's not, even if it was of religious significance, even if it was of the importance of instructing, like, people on the nature of the tribe and the animal and hunting, at bottom, it's a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good documentary that just, at the end, mutant crocodiles. Because future times.
Why not? I mean, he's Herzog.
He's Herzog.
He's probably right. There'll probably be albino crocodiles. It's just...
Well, they keep asking if he would change the ending, and he goes, no. I think the ending is the ending that exists.
It is foretold.
As foretold by Herzog in the year 2010, albino crocodiles will just happen.
I mean, really, you should end every movie with albino crocodiles.
I think so. I
Yeah.
I really think that that Dark Knight should have ended with Killer Croc coming out of the sewers.
Schindler's
Albino.
List.
Yeah, albino Killer Croc coming out of the sewers. What to me was the beauty of the Dark Knight that they went back on in Dark Knight Rises, which is, by the end of Dark Knight, I was like, Killer Croc could come out of the sewers right now, and I would completely buy it. I would buy that as reality. This movie is so good. And then at Dark Knight Rises, it was like, oh, well, let's go back to that gritty reality thing. And I'm like, no, it's got to go more insane while still having that gritty, real look. Because I want to believe that Killer Croc exists. I want to believe that Man-Bat is going to fly through the fucking skies of Gotham. But no. But no, they didn't do that. Batman is gone for 7 years, which I'm like, it hasn't been that long since the last movie. Okay, whatever. It's all about Batman retiring. And I'm like, okay, it's not bad, but it did do one thing, which it got me to like Bane. Because I actually hate Bane.
Oh, you don't like the luchador?
I love luchador bad guy. I love that. The problem is that I hated Bane for the same reason that I hate Venom. Which I'm like, this is a character that's just basically a fucking kill gorilla. And that's it. That's the whole fucking character. You know,
I don't know, man. Topher Grace was pretty cool.
I'll fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
No, we can't kill this one. Not yet, Jack.
Oh yeah.
That was my favorite part of Interstellar when Topher Grace just shows up with a tire iron. You can't take him seriously. It's like, I'm gonna defend the home. Just trust me. I'm Topher Grace.
Oh man. Well, like, yeah.
Liked Bane in the Arkham games. He was great.
Well, that's the funny thing. They found the way to make Bane awesome in the Arkham games, which is all right.
Make
we
him
got
gigantic.
Make him gigantic and have him voiced by Ron Perlman.
Oh,
Fucking-
was he?
Yeah.
At least
didn't
I don't know if
realize
he
that.
was for all of them, but I know one of them he was.
Yeah, he definitely was in Arkham City.
Oh, I
City.
didn't know that.
Did you play Arkham? Did you play Arkham Knight?
I didn't play that's the third one, right? I didn't play the
Yeah,
third one.
third one.
I
I
didn't
played
either.
the first two.
Because there's some interesting folks who show up in that, like Man Bat.
Oh man, bad. The thing was, oh god, Arkham Asylum. I loved that game
Oh,
so
that game's
much.
Good.
That game was great.
Oh god, I was like, God damn it, Paul Dini, you turned Scarecrow into Freddy Krueger, and it's awesome.
Yeah, they made him scary.
Yeah, Scarecrow's terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He was like a joke. Like he wasn't almost
yeah.
anything else I'd seen him in.
And everything else, he's just like, oh, I could scare you, and then yeah.
The only other times that were like, I remember like the old like Super Friends. He literally looked like an actual Scarecrow, and I thought that was weird. Like he didn't look like a dude in a costume. He literally looked like a Scarecrow. Like
Wait,
Oh,
like
man.
Wizard of Oz kind of Scarecrow.
I mean, like
Yeah.
the one Scarecrow, it's been a little worn out. It's been been a bit pecked by crows too much or something.
Yeah, but I love God. I'll never forget the intro of Killer Croc in fucking Arkham Asylum. Holy crap! Just having him come out strapped out like Hannibal Lecter.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, Batman, I smell ya. You know?
Yeah, that was right in the beginning, right? When you're walking in.
Yeah, it's like the intro cutscene, I think.
I'm gonna enjoy
you're-
crushing your skull between my jaws. And I'm just
Right,
like,
that was
oh Jesus Christ! Killer Croc is terrifying.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, City had, oh God, which character? Hush. And I don't remember.
Did it? I don't remember Arkham City having Hush.
He does. It's like a little tiny side questy thing, but you don't actually see him. Like you're just
Okay.
following his like story. But then his story comes into play in Arkham Knight.
Okay.
I don't know if he was mentioned at all in Asylum, but he definitely was in City. Because like there's a thing where you're like, you have to investigate a bunch of bodies that have been completely like mutilated, and then we figure out, oh, if you know the Hush storyline, you know where this is going.
Yeah. Oh God, I really loved in Asylum. I really loved that little bit that they did with Clayface.
Oh yeah.
You get in, and
Oh,
it's just that
yeah.
big sign saying, "Do not talk to him. This is Clayface. It is not who you think it is." And he's just constantly changing because he's like the consummate actor. You know, which I always loved that rewrite of Clayface, that he was an actor.
Yeah, no, that they did a lot of good stuff with that.
Yeah, they did. It was really awesome. I liked. I wish they had given Catwoman more things to do in Arkham Knight, in Arkham City.
I was gonna say, if you they don't give her much to do in Night either.
Oh, that's too bad. I actually was really looking forward to because they kind of teased that because you start out with Catwoman.
Oh right, yeah, because you start with the thing with Harvey.
Yeah, and I was really like, oh, so we're going to be splitting our time between Catwoman and Batman. That'll be cool. And then not really, only for a couple of scenes. And I was like, oh.
That would be one complaint I have for City is the Catwoman stuff actually felt really tacked on.
It did. It did.
Yeah, it did. There was I liked there were a lot of parts of that city that I liked. A lot of the DLC was extremely disappointing, particularly Harley's.
Oh, yeah, the Harley Quinn one was kind of a letdown. I
It
was
was
like,
so lame.
you know.
Ugh.
And the
She's
thing is
great.
it fucking, I'm like, this is a lame DLC, but it's got like some of the best Harley Quinn voice acting that has ever existed.
Oh, is that the one that you play as Robin in, or Nightwing, or
Yeah, you play
That-
and it lasts like half an hour and then it's done.
Yeah. Basically, you play Tim Drake.
Yeah, that was crap.
Yeah, I did.
Like
I was mad.
Tara Strong does a decent enough job taking on Harley's role in City, because in the first game it's Arlene Sorkin, it's the original, and then in City and Night it's Tara Strong.
Yeah.
I personally think the actress who does the best job, other than the original, is the girl who did the voice for her in the Suicide Squad movie, the animated movie.
I haven't seen that.
It's Hynden Walsh. She's Starfire in Teen Titans. She's really good. Like, she does a really good Harley voice. Like, better than Tara Strong, who I also very good. But I really love Hynden Walsh's character. She's amazing.
I did like I didn't play the game, but I did like the conceit in Arkham Knight, how they got the Joker back into the story.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh,
Yeah.
the Joker's a hallucination that Batman cannot stop having.
There's
Oh, is that
kind
the
of-
deal?
Yeah, that's the deal, because he gets hit by the toxin, like which makes you like see horrible things. The horrible thing he keeps seeing is the Joker.
And it doesn't just feel like we have to find some way to put the Joker back in this game.
No, it doesn't.
really-
They completely
really
work with
well.
it.
Oh, well, that's good.
Like there's a lot of, like you turn around and then there's just the Joker sitting in the Batmobile going, "Hey, Bats, how you doing? I got an idea. Since we're teamed up, I'll call myself Jason." And you're just like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
That was dark.
The thing we noticed about Arkham Knight in particular is that there's a lot of really interesting, like, just film techniques that they're using in that.
Yeah.
Like, they're approaching it like a movie in certain parts. It was really fascinating.
Yeah. It was simultaneously the strength and the weakness of the game.
Yeah.
Because those techniques were really, really cool. The problem is it limited the actual gameplay. And you could feel that, and that was a problem. But as far as like making it but if you're gonna have to do this railroad story, and you don't have any choice but to railroad the player, they did a really good job with that. The biggest complaint that I heard of really was the Batmobile.
Fucking, I hated that so much.
I heard that's what everyone said. They were
Yeah,
like,
that's what I did in my review. I did an entire bit about how I can't fucking drive the Batmobile before I am stupid.
yeah, which is really
Like, I got used to the dinky controls, because apparently there's 2 different ways you can drive it. And I didn't realize there was another way. And by the time I did, I had already gotten used to the really pain-in-the-ass way of doing it, so...
Yeah, the funny thing is somebody used that exact same engine and had perfected the vehicle to regular combat switch, and that was with Mad Max.
Oh, I really want to play that game.
Oh, I wanted to play... I didn't get a chance to play...
Yeah.
When did that come out?
That came out like in November, I think, maybe even earlier. You know, it's very simple. You're Mad Max. You drive around in a car. You jump out of the car. You punch dudes in the face, grab things, get back in the car, start
Sounds
over.
good.
Yeah. Real simple. It's a real simple game that just does the one thing it does extremely well.
Right, yeah.
You know, and apparently you can do that for like 60 hours and not get bored.
Yeah, I wanted to pick it up when it was on sale. I should have done that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was really obsessed with Mad Max after I saw Fury Road. I've probably seen it like, I don't know, 5 times
Okay,
since
you weren't alone.
that movie.
Oh,
It's
man.
too good. It's
It
too
is.
good.
I
So-
had never seen any of the other films before, but I went to see it and I saw that one.
It makes all the other ones look like shit.
I just have never seen them.
Well, the thing I love about Fury Road are the things that carry over from the other Mad Max movies. Road Warrior is when George Miller and his editor realized that if you removed every third frame, it made a car chase scene more exciting. And they use that technique again in Fury Road, despite the fact that they could have condensed it digitally, but they didn't. They still manually removed every third frame from some of those shots, and it's obvious. Huh. And I was like, oh, you kept that. Oh, George, I love you.
Huh.
That's great.
And that just like speeds up the action.
Yeah, it just makes it more exciting. It's weird.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, there are a lot of little tricks, editing tricks that just make a scene like way cooler. Like there's one that Jackie Chan had discovered, which is if you show the hit twice in rapid succession, it feels harder.
Well, just like 2 frames of the same hit?
Yeah. Like, so watch a Jackie Chan movie again. When they go from him being hit to the reaction of him being hit, you'll notice it's like this. Like that. Like he's hit in the face twice, but you don't notice it unless you're looking for it. And it makes it feel like he's really being hit hard.
I mean, they also cut out frames in the actual punch, though, right? To speed it up.
Not in a Jackie Chan movie.
Oh.
But in other movies, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Other movies have done that. Yeah, Jackie Chan is very big on making it, of just doing it that way.
Okay.
You know, in his words, he's like, you see, oftentimes you see stuntman, he jump off building, but way far away. No, I jump off building, you see me, you see my face, I jump off, it's okay, it's me. Because Jackie Chan's a crazy person. Why we love him.
Hasn't he retired like 5 times?
He's like a wrestler, man. He's not going to retire. He is going to die. He's going to die. That man's going to either die in the saddle or I have no idea. I have no idea what Jackie Chan.
He'll be like 90 years old and you just read a headline that he fell off a building and nobody's going to be surprised.
Yeah, it'll just be like, oh, well, he fell off a building while wrestling the Incredible Hulk, obviously.
Yeah. There was an explosion.
Turns out there really was an infinity gem, and Jackie Chan saved us all. Actually, my favorite story of a hero dying, of like a real life hero dying, is probably the Blue Demon.
Who?
Blue Demon. He was a Mexican wrestler, very famous one. Right after the most famous was probably Santo. But Blue Demon was like his sometimes friend, sometimes nemesis. And he's massively popular, huge amount of merchandising. He's in movies. Everything's awesome. And he retires. And the way he retires is he moves to Southern California and he starts up a gym where he teaches young Latino youth in the LA area the art of the luchador in order to, channel youthful aggression into something that they might actually be able to use. And he trained some people who ended up being some of the greats. But in the 80s, I believe, he lived a very long time. He would go to the gym, he would train his students, and then he would go to the park and feed pigeons for an hour. All the while, now this is the important part about Blue Demon. He never took his mask off. He never takes his mask off. He never did. Never in public. Maybe when he is alone with his family, he takes his mask off. But when he's in public,
probably
never.
not.
Never. So he's feeding pigeons. He dies of heart failure at like 80, 87 or something. And he's sitting there for hours before someone realizes he's dead.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
So they figure this out. Like, he's gone. They can't resuscitate him. He's done. But when they put him in the coffin, there was that whole, like, well, how do we do this? And his family insists. They're like, no, You do not take the mask off. He must be buried with it.
Jeez.
He must be buried with it because we've lost our father, but the world must know that he did not die a mortal man. He died as Blue Demon. And I'm just sitting there reading this, and I'm like, that is beautiful. It's like he does not die a mortal man. He dies as legend. You're like, that's awesome. That is so awesome.
That's the dream, man.
Yeah. Yeah, never take off the mask. Oh, jeez. Yeah. The 3 Mexican wrestlers that had, like, worldwide fame were Santo, Blue Demon, and Emil Mascaras, the Million Masks. Those were the big dude. Yes. Godspeed, Demonio Azul. Oh, man.
Sounds like we should probably wrap this up, though, man.
Yeah. Probably going to be a short stream because we do have people coming over, and that has begun. However, you know what? I think let's take one question from the audience. One question, and then we'll end it. So whichever question we see first in the chat, that's going to be the question for the day. And then just hold the next one for the next time we stream, which will most likely be next Saturday.
All right, we had one on Twitter.
Okay, good enough. Good enough.
At the beginning. All right, hold on. Let me find it. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, short one today. Sorry about that.
All right. Jim the Lamb asks, when you guys hang out, what do you do most of the time? Talk scripts, drink, or smoke?
We mainly watch horror movies.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Pretty much.
Other things like that might happen while we're watching the movies, but yeah.
Yeah.
And what we do. So there we go.
All right.
The rest of you save your questions for next time, and maybe next time we'll actually answer some.
Yeah. Well, I'll answer this one. Did you know that Shyamalan is making the Crypt Keeper some boring old man with a cane? Look, I'm gonna be honest. If we're gonna do the what a twist kind of things, Tales of the Crypt actually is like kind of the perfect platform for that kind of filmmaking and those kinds of stories because that's where it originates from.
Mm-hmm.
But, god damn it, no, I am not looking forward to M. Night Shyamalan reviving fucking Tales of the Crypt. I am not. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he turns it into like the most amazing show that's ever existed on television. But I am not fucking optimistic. But you know what I am optimistic about is that we will return next week. Next Saturday sometime. Keep your eyes open. We will return. We will stream again. And for all those people who just want to see us streaming about nothing in particular, this will be up on the YouTube channel very shortly.
Yep.
And we will, and in a few weeks, all 4 of us are going to be at MagFest at National Harbor in Maryland.
Yeah, whole slew of the Channel Awesome folks will be there.
Hell yeah, if you're in the area, come see us.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're in the area,
Party up, whoa. I don't know.
Whoa.
Hey, I get to hang out with a bunch of people I really love hanging out with, so I'm excited for it.
Oh, someone wants me to do the ghoul voice from Fallout? Oh, jeez. It's like, yeah, I turned into a ghoul. I don't really mind. I think it gives you a nice, sexy King of the Zombies vibe, don't you know? The ladies love it. All right.
You really should do voiceover. I may know a guy.
All right, y'all take care.
Okay.
Peace out.
Keep out.
Bye-bye.
Peace out and creep it real.